Now, for some fresh, delicious, and savory food ideas, it's time to get cooking with Chip.
The American Baking Competition aired just a few weeks ago here on CBS, and we have the winner of that competition who took home $250,000 and a cookbook deal with Simon & Schuster. Brian Emmett, welcome to the show.
Great.
First of all, congratulations on the big win.
Thank you very much.
Things are going gangbusters for you now.
Yes.
You're nice enough to spend a few moments here. What are we cooking?
We are cooking, this is a focaccia bread, and this is going to be one of the recipes that's going to be in my book.
Right.
So it's caramelized onion, thyme, and then I sprinkle a little bit of either Romano or Parmesan cheese on it.
Okay. We got to caramelize some onions, right?
Yes. So we got some onions already cut up, and you can use Vidalia, any type of onions you like. Sometimes I use leek even, you know. That's like the granddaddy of all the onions. So we're going to caramelize these onions.
Okay.
This has a little bit of olive oil, sliced onions, and then we're going to put a little bit of sugar and salt to help break down the onions and get it nice and caramelized.
Right. Here's a little secret from down south. You're cooking something.
There you go.
Yeah, baby.
That's great.
Just a little bit of
vino in your onions. Hey, that's great.
I noticed you put the bottle that says Gnarly Head on my side of the cooktop. Don't think I didn't notice that. All right, once we have our onions properly caramelized, what do we do next?
It's a yeast dough, and with focaccia, because you see how it's puffy like that? It's not flat like a thin crust pizza. That's what we have here. We have yeast dough that has already been made with yeast, water, and we're going to roll that out. So roll it out to about this length. But you know what? With focaccia and breads, you can really make it oblong. You can make it any shape you want. So.
What happens next once we get the dough into the shape we like?
After this, you're going to take this dough and you're going to put it into a pan like that, like I have it in there, and then you're going to do a second proof on it. So, and that takes about 45 minutes to an hour. So then it's going to get nice and puffy, and then when you're ready to go, you're going to garnish it with a little bit of olive oil, all your ingredients, your caramelized onions, your thyme, and then at the end sprinkle it with a little cheese.
So if we're going to do the onions, we can go ahead and put them on now, assuming it's in the pan, of course.
Yep,
and you can dice the onions, you can do them whole like that. I've seen some that were actually sort of like this, a mixture of both.
Yep, and then I like to take some fresh thyme, and it's really easy just to pick it right off the stalk there.
And that makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
Fresh as opposed to dry.
Dry, yeah. I mean, smell that. Smell this. I mean, it's it's awesome. And then some of the cheese, if you want to pass the cheese over.
Sure.
Yep.
How about if I do this for you?
Absolutely.
Since I'm your assistant for the day. Is that enough?
That's perfect.
How about a little more, just for fun?
And then this goes into the oven, about 400 degrees.
400.
And it bakes up, and there's the finished product.
And this is what it looks like when you bring it out of the oven. The cookbook that's coming out, hopefully here in the next few months. And your website where you can find more recipes and some great tips for In the Kitchen is?
BrianEmmettBake.com.
BrianEmmettBake.com. It is
Thank
a
you very
pleasure.
much.
Best of luck
Thank
to you in the future. Speaking of the future, we're going to take a quick time out while I just have to try this delicious focaccia. This recipe is going to be in the upcoming cookbook, so make sure and get it just as soon as it comes out. We hope you'll stay with News 12. We have got much more coming up right after this.